Hello.
Josh,
Hey, how's it going?
not too bad. You hear me okay?
Yes, again.
Great, brother.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
definitely. Yeah, it's great to be able to talk to you and be able to talk to you about a brand new EP, of course, available now from Fake Figures. And I really love where the band is at right now. I do feel like this is the best work the band has done to date so far, and it's got me so excited to see what's going to be happening in the future with the band.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a journey and yeah, a little bit of a change with this new EP coming and everything like that and me up front. But yeah, it's been a blessing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's coming in the future, that's for sure.
Oh, so thinking about that, like when you look at this EP in retrospective, like how do you feel about it?
I mean, like I say, it's kind of been a journey, you know. It hasn't been easy, I guess, that's for sure. We kind of almost had a full album finished, with Russ when he was in the band, and things just didn't work out, with Russ in the band, and he decided to step down, and I was asked by the band. Yeah, I've sang for other bands in the past and stuff like that, and they asked if I wanted to step up, and I gave it a shot, and this is what we got now, you know.
Well, I can definitely say like the more that I listen to this, the more that I thoroughly enjoy your vocal style. I love the fact that you can do the aggressive vocals and the clean vocals and it just feels so seamless and it just matches the new music that's going on perfectly.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. Very kind of you.
So thinking about that, I mean, obviously having experience doing vocals before, and of course being behind the kit for so much of Fake Figures, what was that like for you to be able to go to the front of the stage now?
I mean, we haven't played a show with me being up front yet, and I have to say, it's been a long time since I've, been the front man of a band and everything like that. But it's almost a dream come true, to be honest. I never really wanted to stop singing, I guess. And some things happened with a band, you know, a long, long, long time ago, and I kind of hung up the whole singing hat and just thought that it was easier for me to show up and play drums and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a challenge to get the EP done and everything like that, but it's been uh it's been awesome. It's been a great experience. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and there is logic to that as well too, because it is so hard to find a drummer in a band compared to almost anything else in the band. So I totally understand that. But when you do have that passion for doing vocals and you're able to start doing that again, especially when that passion is there, that's got to be such a great feeling.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like I say, I'm looking forward to what's coming in the future. We even have some more songs that I gotta buckle down and get finished and everything like that for the future. But thankfully we found a kick-ass drummer. My buddy Matt. He's I taught with him at School of Rock. He's been in some very noteworthy bands, Adamantium, stuff like that. So we were lucky to have him step up and be a part of the band.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and I can also say like musically, I love the approach that's going on with the band right now. It just feels so right for the music that's going on right now. It's just like it's not too heavy, it's not too poppy, it's just a little bit of everything. And it doesn't feel like you're just like going all over wacky, anything like that. It feels so natural for what's going on. And I love that. It feels good, even though it's dark, especially when you listen to lyrics. It is dark. It feels good to listen to.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, yeah.
So thinking about that, like what is like your a vocal or lyrical approach when you are stepping up and doing the vocals?
Um, I mean, I kind of just try to listen to the songs and kind of I guess I feel like a lot of people's writing styles are kind of different from what it was 20 years ago when we were all sitting in a room and trying to jam together, and then you create the song. I think a lot of bands these days are kind of creating, there's a couple of people in the band that kind of write the majority of the music, I guess, per se. And then I basically get MP3s and bounce them into my little studio here, and try to work on the vocals at home and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of I guess the way that it's been.
And how is that for you? I mean, obviously with the evolution of the songwriting process, like you talked about, like now you can work from home and be able to transfer files and everything. Like, how is that for you?
It's cool. I mean, I've worked both ways, if you know what I mean. I mean, I guess in a lot of ways, I miss, like being, trying to get creative in a room together and everything like that. But us, not being kids anymore, I guess, not to sound like an old fart, but I mean, we all have day jobs, most of us, and stuff like that. And it's just hard to find time to even rehearse sometimes. So yeah, we try to, do our best and everything like that. And yeah, I guess being at home, it makes it easier because yeah, I can write basically whenever I need to. I can write till 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning if I need to.
Oh, for sure. So obviously, taking that into account, I mean, like a work life, family life, being in a band, multiple projects, whatever the case is, like, do you still enjoy doing the other instrumentation, or are you just like really focused on doing vocals now? Like, where are you at with that?
Yeah, I mean, I still play around with the drums. I would never call myself a guitar player, but I like to like sit down at nighttime and jam on some guitar and sing along and everything like that, to relax. But yeah, I mean, I loved having the challenge of getting back up front, and yeah, like I said before, I'm really really looking forward to playing shows, and yeah, I'm proud of what we've accomplished with these songs, and yeah, I'm happy to see what the response is going to be.
Oh, definitely. So thinking about that as well, like, is there any plans right now? Like, is there any future gigs lined up, or are you just working on the new material, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, we've got a couple gigs lined up. Our first one's going to be over at Knitting Factory. I think it's October 26th. It's a Thursday. Haven't played there in God in years. I mean, we haven't even Fake Figures hasn't even played a show in a couple of years, I think. So it'll be nice to get back out there and jam. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. So, obviously, with putting together the set list and everything like that, are you just going to be focusing more on the new songs, or are you learning the older material, or how's that going with you?
Yeah, yeah, no, we're definitely gonna be playing some of the older stuff. I guess I'm gonna try to put my spin on it, do the songs justice as best that I can. But yeah, for now, the set's gonna probably be about half new stuff and half old stuff.
And what's that like for you, being able to go back and put your own spin on the older songs?
I mean, I'll be honest, man. Me and Russ kind of have a different singing style, a different screaming style, if you will. So I'm just gonna try to do my best to make it sound cool, and do Russ justice, because I mean we're still good buddies. We still love Russ, all that good stuff. So just want to yeah, do the songs justice more than anything, because he's a great singer. Can't take anything away from the guy.
Oh, for sure. And when you can balance that out to be able to give the songs justice and put your own spin onto it, and really be comfortable with singing the older material and the newer material, that's just going to make the whole band stronger.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so, man. Yeah, I hope that we can bridge that gap and create some good energy and yeah, hopefully the future's looking bright for us. I think.
Oh, for sure. Oh, one other thing that I really appreciate about the new EP is I love visually what's going on too. I feel like it's a great album cover that really encapsulates everything about all the songs that are a part of it. Like, how did that come together?
Bob actually found this one girl, man, her name escapes me right now, but she was great. I mean, she whipped that thing up, just in a couple of days for the logo. I mean, we were kind of scrambling, to be honest. We had a release that we were anticipating, I guess, but some things came together, like and people wanted to premiere, the singles and all that. So we kind of had to get our butts in gear and get some artwork together, and yeah, yeah, it came together.
Cool. Well, I really think it just does match the music so well, and of course, with the transitioning, with everything that's going on in the band right now, it's important to be able to have all the ducks in a row and make sure, like, visually some cool stuff is going on, the band's working at its best, and of course, lining up shows in the future and working on the new material. And again, that's just got me so excited about what's going on in the future because I feel this EP is just so solid with all 5 songs that it's just only going to get stronger from here on out. Like it feels so good, but yeah, again, I think it's just going to keep getting better and better.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, like I said, yeah, the future's looking pretty bright. We definitely have some more songs that, like I said, I kind of need to buckle down and start writing on and get finished and everything. I know that we have our good buddy, Brad Alexander, that we've worked with so many times in the past. As far as videos go and stuff like that, and I'm creating that visual kind of eye candy. So hopefully we'll be getting back somewhere, some kind of studio with him, and be working with him and release like a real music video and all that sort of good stuff. And yeah, definitely shows in the future. Hopefully some little tours here and there, maybe some festivals and all that. And yeah, looking to forward to what we can possibly do.
Oh, very cool. So to go back a little bit, of course, the fact that you've been playing drums, especially with Fact Figures for so long, and of course, your vocal style now being incorporated into the band. Like, well, what did you first start off with? What did you start off singing, or did you start off playing drums? How did that come together?
I started off. I mean, I guess I started off playing drums before I was singing. But I started off like, playing piano when I was a little kid, played viola in school, played trombone in marching band and in jazz band when I was younger and, in middle school and all that sort of thing. Started playing drums, oh gosh, I don't know, when I was like sixth grade. Started singing a little bit after that and played in bands ever since we were, oh gosh, man, about 15 years old, playing the Battle of the Bands, at lunchtime and, playing like Hully Gullies way back in the day. Um, yeah, just yeah, trying to do it for been a long, long time. That's for sure.
Oh, that's so cool though, and it's kind of similar to how I started off with drums too. Like, I started off playing piano like in first grade, and then like in third grade, I was able to start playing like snare drum in the elementary band, and then I just kept playing drums throughout that for high school and stuff. And yeah, the Battle of the Bands, all the local shows, cover bands, all of that stuff. Like, I was doing that all the way through high school, so so I can very much relate to that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the good old days.
So, thinking about that as well too. I mean, obviously, like you mentioned, you uh, have been playing a lot of different instruments. How much do you think that's like helped you? Like when you were a kid playing like the trombone and viola, how much do you think that's helped you to where you are now?
I mean, I think it just gave me a great foundation, and probably just sparked my creativity also. That I wasn't just playing one instrument; I was playing multiple instruments, and um, you know, even it sounds silly, but like I say, I'm not much of a guitar player, but like me playing Guitar Hero back in the day when that was super huge, I mean, that like made me think about drumming differently because of the way that the patterns were on the guitar, and I was learning those patterns and it was just, different, I guess. And it's totally a video game, but I think you know what I'm kind of trying to say.
Yeah.
Locked in this drummer box, I was learning, how to like, yeah, how these guys are soloing and just not even really on the beat, but then they come back into it and everything like that. So yeah, but I think playing different instruments and doing all that, I mean, it just made me yeah, like you were saying, a more well-rounded musician. Yeah, in the long run.
Oh, totally. And looking back on that, like playing Guitar Hero, did you have like any favorite songs that you would constantly go back to?
Oh man, well, I mean, everybody loved the Wayward Son, that's for sure. That was always a good one. But when they started doing like, the Foo Fighters and releasing like the used songs on there, like those were definitely some of my favorites, that's for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool how they did that too. Like the fact that they still, even though it was like downloadable content, the fact that you could get new material for it and be able to enjoy it in different platforms and the different iterations of the games. And I love how much that really did inspire a lot of people to pick up real instruments and be able to play. and and discover new music as well too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if Guitar Hero is still a thing, to be honest. But yeah, it's definitely cool how they were able to integrate all those like modern songs, and rock songs that like maybe people would have never heard before.
Oh, totally. And like so curious with myself, like playing the drums, like how much has like your setups changed over the years from like when you first started to when still playing the day?
Oh man, I mean, I had an awesome dad growing up, man, and he was very, very supportive of my music, and everything like that. My mother too, of course, but my dad was always, right there, getting me drum lessons if I needed them. He bought me like this big old like like Ludwig like '80s kit, that I played back in the day that had four rack toms and a double bass drums and everything like that. So of course I've wailed on that a little bit. I've gone played as little as like a four. I usually play like a four piece now. I had a buddy, John Martinez, that was working at Pork Pie when I knew him, and he got me a killer deal on an American made pork pie.
Ooh.
So what I play now.
Oh, that yeah, pork pie just makes some of the best kits out there. That is just so cool.
Definitely, man. Yeah, things just loud. The snares, everybody, any sound guy hates that snare that I bring because it's just screaming loud. You almost can't mic it.
Yeah, you sometimes you don't even just need the mic at all. I mean, some of them can just get like so loud and so piercing, but it's so much fun to play. And
Oh yeah.
when you can really get when you get those rim shots in there and you just hear it pierce, it's just so cool.
Oh yeah, man. And if you've ever seen me play live, like I love to just beat the crap out of my drum set. So
Oh, totally. And that's so cool that like you started off with like a double bass kit and then like going down to like a four piece. Like my own kit, I got like the 80s Pearl exports, so like a giant 8-piece double bass kit, like 14-inch rack toms and just like a giant. But especially for like the smaller gigs, it's nice to set it up into like a four piece and not have to ruin my back before the gig starts up, and just set a couple cymbals up and be able to enjoy it that way. So I think a lot of people experience that. Like they want to have all the drums and cymbals possible, and then at some point you realize it's so much nicer to just have a couple drums and cymbals to worry about.
that is for sure. No, I mean I have to be honest, that's one of the big things that I'm looking forward to moving up front and being the singer is not having to lug my drum set around everywhere at all the gigs and everything. I just got to bring my microphone and my in-ears.
Oh yeah, and thinking about that as well too. I mean, of course, getting into the vocals and everything, and wanting to be able to stand up on stage or being able to show off your voice again. Like, what is your routine vocally to like start getting back into the vocals and warm ups and stuff?
Oh well, yeah, just trying to practice, cramming my brain, as far as the lyrics go. If I need to, memorize. I don't know. I used to teach at School of Rock and stuff like that. So whenever I need to memorize something, I usually kind of sit there and write all the lyrics down. I feel like it kind of helps, kind of like burn it into your brain. But as far as vocal, just warming up. Any before any show. Um, I'm always warming up at least like 30 to 45 minutes before I go on stage, just doing scales and stuff like that. Um, yeah, just try not to beat my body up too much, and all that kind of good stuff, and just try to be healthy and yeah, just more practice than anything else. Your voice is a muscle, so just like if you don't play drums for a little while and you play it for a long time, your forearms get all sore and everything, and just the same thing. You just gotta keep that muscle worked out.
Oh, definitely. So again, like some great stuff that's going to be coming up with gigs and working on new music. What else should people be looking forward to coming up from the band, or anything else that you got going on?
Yeah, Fake Figures is the only project that I have going on right now. That's for sure. I'm just too busy with life and everything else, but I love that I can dedicate time to it. And especially with the new stuff coming out, I'm really excited. I mean, people should just be excited to hopefully see us play. Me being up front, it's definitely going to be a little bit of a different dynamic, but again, hopefully I can do the old songs justice. We definitely have new material coming up in the future. And we're definitely gonna be playing hopefully a good handful of shows, and maybe some small little weekend warrior tours and some festivals, and yeah.
Oh, very cool. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else you'd like to mention, or anything you want to plug, or anything like that?
No, just want to thank everybody that's been involved this far. Our buddy Chris Como, who produced everything, definitely wouldn't have been here without him. We were able to collaborate and put our heads together, and he would push me when I was tired from working all day and everything. And yeah, just really proud of what we accomplished, and hope everybody will come out and see us play.
Oh, awesome. Well, I want to thank you again for taking the time to do this. I've thoroughly enjoyed the band over the years, and I'm so excited to see this new lineup fully engaging with shows and the new material and everything. And this EP just leaves me savoring for more, even though it feels like a complete package. Like by the end of it feels like I've listened to a full album, even though only like 24, 25 minutes have gone by. It just feels so full and solid. It's got me excited for the next collection and what the shows are going to be, and see what you can do continuing to be in front of the band now.
Right on, man. Yeah, thank you so much for all the kind words. Yeah, I can't thank you enough. And yeah, definitely looking forward to the future and what's going to come of it. And yeah, hope to see you again sometime soon.
Oh, definitely. Like the next for the next material, or anything that goes on with that, I would absolutely love to be able to catch up and see where the band's at.
Right on, man. Yeah, love that too.
Oh, awesome. Well, one last time, I just want to thank you again for doing this. It meant a lot to do this. I'm so happy to be able to help promote the band, promote the EP, and promote everything that's going on in the future. And I hope you have a great rest of the night.
Greatly appreciate it, man. It was great meeting you too. We'll see you again.
Oh, sounds good. Bye bye.